came out of Pennsylvania. So the Pennsylvania Liquor Board.
Zach doesn't get to call cut. That's right. He doesn't get to call cut.
Yeah, you haven't been around. You don't get to just...
And cut!
Get out of here.
And cut.
Jesus.
And we're on.
So the Pennsylvania Liquor Board. I want to read this story.
Oh, the story about the shenanigans with the allocated bourbon?
Yeah. Oh, you've heard about
this.
this.
Is this going to be something where it's like,
No,
okay,
it's all typical.
Or it's going to be like, okay, all this stuff that you really want to see will never actually get into the
I
story.
could summarize it, but I really want to read I want to read it so we can talk about it.
What do you got? Read the title.
So this says, Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board officials got dibs on high-end bourbon lottery leftovers. And I think that's the key.
You mean
Sorry.
allocations before they went to stores, leftovers.
So real quick, I'm going to read. I'm going to hot read this for you.
So this is a scandal, obviously.
So this comes from the writer is Jan Murphy. This is published today, early this morning, from Penn Live. So thousands of Pennsylvanians, they try their luck by entering an occasional state liquor control board limited release lottery in hopes of getting the chance to buy a bottle of high-end quality wine or spirit. And in 2019 and 2020, Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board member Michael Negra and 4 of the agency's top-level employees, they didn't need luck to claim their bottle or 2 because Negra was one of 3 board members and employees given the chance to buy some of coveted bottles, quote, left over from lotteries before the public even knew that there were bottles up for grabs.
I'm going to throw something out there that's very controversial.
Yeah?
I think a bottle, these guys probably have a tough job. They're probably not paid that well. I think if it was limited to 1 or 2 bottles, good for them. It's a perk of the being in that industry of a probably awful job.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, how many? Here's a question.
I didn't think I'd say that, but in retrospect,
No.
if it was only 1 or 2.
Well, how many?
Wagging my
If they were
finger tonight.
if they were like, oh, I'm going to go on secondary groups, I'm going to go on Reddit, I'm going to go on my Discord groups, I'm going to sell these bottles for, I'm going to get all the Pappy 23, I'm going to flip them, sell them, buy Lamborghinis.
Well, how many of these
Not
bottles were available? Is
Well,
the question.
they
My question.
don't say, but according to the ethics documents, despite not entering the lottery, Jolly, one of the other board members, bought 3 bottles of Pappy Van Winkle for $410, and then separately a bottle of Weller 12 for $40. And then, as their get out of jail card, their get out of jail statement here, on several occasions, Negra, after completion of the release lottery, used personal funds to purchase bottles of liquor at full price, according to the report. Negra responding in a statement, the Ethics Commission determined that no ethical violation occurred relating to my work as a member of the Liquor Control Board. In addition, no code of conduct violation occurred.
They didn't steal anything.
And now they've all been fined. They all got fined $500. Quote, the Ethics Commission investigation, which I voluntarily participated in, has had substantial personal costs, but I'm pleased it's been fully resolved.
So did you have to pay to get into this lottery?
No.
No.
You just enter your driver's license number.
Okay, so it's a free lottery.
It's a free lottery for the entire state.
You didn't have to buy anything.
They get thousands of bottles.
I mean,
this is
like
an entire state.
I mean, like
they're not getting like 10 bottles.
Okay, so how many bottles?
Let's say you get 1,000 of Old Rip
Here,
10.
here's
1,000
some
bottles, and so basically the control people ended up with what, 4 or 5 each.
Here's some numbers. So Bowman, another member,
One allocated each.
bought a $40 bottle of Weller 12 left over from a July 2019 lottery that drew about 8,290 entrants and had 180 winners.
Oh, so they had 180 winners. What is it, 6 to a case in the Wellers, or is it 12? It might be 12.
I think it's 6, actually. Those are small cases. Lift it. 6. So in December 2019, when another limited release lottery was held for George T. Stagg that sold for $110 a bottle, Bowman staked a claim on one of the 34 bottles left over from a lottery that drew 9,753 entrants. Oh my God, this is disgusting. McFarland and Keller also bought the Stag bourbon left over in that lottery. And McFarland, who had entered multiple limited release lotteries from 2016 through January 2020, won only once, purchased a $110 bottle of Eagle Very Rare 17-year bourbon.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
For $110.
Dude, that's
so that's where you got to draw the line.
See that's one of those things where I mean, doesn't that
Guys,
is that retail?
Guys.
That can't be retail. They only
$30
made.
grand.
Yeah, I was gonna say
throw
that.
your workers a little bone.
Dude, throwing your workers a bone is different than, oh, we drew the names and I guess they didn't come pick them up and we're not going to make a big effort to go get them. So I guess I'm going to just buy this leftover bourbon for some ungodly retail price.
Being part of the industry like that, I think you should be allocated X amount of bottles.
Correct.
You know, I think that just
set them aside.
Yeah, but that should be like
But don't make them leftover drawing bottles.
Right. They made a story out of it, basically.
Let's get this straight. There is no leftover bottles.
Correct.
They did not do anything after the fact.
Correct.
That's
the problem.
All done when those boxes come from the distillery and the distros to their office or warehouse, and they flat out were like, "This case is going on the truck."
Yoink.
Oh, these
and
are
this one fell off.
Yeah,
Right.
fell off the truck. Yeah,
Oops.
exactly. Yep.
If it's like I'm thinking like low level BTEC, right? Like we probably get. I'm just gonna say we, like we're the Pennsylvania AB Commission, whatever. Let's say they get 100 bottles. We'll say 200 bottles of Weller 12. My guys are like, oh yeah, I really want one of these Wellers. They're $40 bottles, right? So what am I gonna do? A case gets to stay at the office, and these guys get to buy them. I'm sorry, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, listen.
And then the other 168 get distroed out
Hold
to
on.
the lottery.
I'm going to go even further than that.
They're not flipping them. They're not buying Lambos with them. They're not.
How do you know? How do you know that?
They said that there was no Pappy 23 that they're buying for 150 and flipping it for $3,000.
Well, not that they said in that report.
Well, yeah. Who knows how far?
Right?
Back it
We
went.
don't know.
Well, you kind of wonder, like, is there an NDA in there that says, "Hey, you can't flip this"?
Well, here's
if
the
we
problem.
catch you flipping it, then you get reprimanded.
And don't get me wrong, I get ethics, I get all that shit, I get it. But this is just kind of fringe benefits, right? Everywhere has it.
And listen, I'm good with fringe benefits. I love fringe benefits. I do.
What's French benefits?
French benefits. It's the benefits de France.
If you're French, you get
oui, oui.
like
So
Swiss cheese and French fries.
Oh, you get French fries with those French benefits?
Free cheese.
excellent.
I like cheese and I like
No, here's my
fries.
problem. So we're lucky to live in a state where we can freely and openly go and just buy liquor wherever.
Right.
This
We're not
is a
allocated
state with an organization
state-wise.
that says we're only going to let you buy liquor on Tuesdays between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. because we can.
you have
And
an
we
open
are in
window?
charge.
Yeah. Help yourself.
We're in charge
Sorry, BJ.
of making this happen. So listen, you guys are in charge. You're essentially the distributors in the state.
Oh, there's one right there.
Why do they not just work it out with Buffalo Trace? Hey guys, we are technically your distributors for the entire state. Hey, throw us a bone because we're hooking you up.
Hey,
That could have been done too.
I think they do. I think they probably do under the table.
And
they
that's
don't-
fine.
And they don't tell.
But don't freaking take it away from
just
everybody else.
Again, this is my opinion.
So Uncle
assumption.
Punky, why you can't get your
All
good Buffalo
views on
Traces
this
because of
show-
this?
All views on the show are our own.
Yes.
We are not representing anybody.
That's fact.
We are just Joe Schmoes talking to.
No, I'm good.
other
I'm drinking.
fellow Joe
What else I
Schmoes.
got? Anyways,
Yeah.
I just thought it was an interesting news story that came up. Listen, they were
I'm surprised
obviously they
we're
were
torn on
cleared.
this.
They were cleared of everything. Well, I just think it's pretty shady, pretty backwards. Like, listen, here's why. You know why? Because when I do shady operations,
It's delicious.
and I'm not saying I don't.
Some of this. Did you get some?
I'm just saying when I do shady operations, I do it in a way that I don't get caught, and that I'm not going to get caught, and that when I do get caught, I've got a really good reason for everything that's going on, and people go,
No, but
"Oh, really?"
hold on. That's shady operations. I think that these guys could have done this in the open, in public, and just being like, "Hey, I want to take care of my team. I'm gonna let my guys."
like
this case goes.
when I
aside."
gotta rig something, I make sure to rig it
No,
right.
it's
That's all I'm
not-
saying.
It's not. Again, guys, I hope some people out there in the chat understand my point of view.
Well, I mean, like you can put that
understand your
into.
point of view.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
all it is. Just my opinion.
I
No,
understand that.
actually, I agree with James. Like when it comes
Wow.
to that, if you put it out there, you say it's public.
Yeah.
Each person gets allocated X amount of bottles. At least you're saying before they're distributed that, hey, public, this is actually happening. Well, maybe not public, but at least it's known
it's
before.
in the open, right? Like,
All right.
if you walked into my business, say I was running the Pennsylvania Liquor Board, I would do like email interest. Like, hey guys, we have these bottles coming out this month. We have an incentive program going on. I would make it like a team building thing. And I would say, hey, Weller 12 is coming in. CYPB is coming in. Oh, and then we're going to get some Stag Junior.
See,
the latest batch with no junior on it.
Yeah.
I set a case aside for you guys. Reply to this email if you want one at retail.
And
you
to
gotta
put
pay for it.
And to put it out there like that, just so it's apparent instead of like kind of hiding it behind, this person bought things, just to make it sound like it was legitimate.
Yeah, I mean, every shop on the planet's doing this, guys.
Yeah, but it's like listening to the article, it almost sounds like, like what happened with McDonald's, the McDonald's freaking Monopoly game, where it was basically rigged. Where like people were basically
It's in the same vein.
Yeah, people were winning bottles and buying the bottles.
That's different though. That's considered cheating.
Right.
This I'm going back to the morality issue. I'm using it as a director or manager of my, what are the agents, whatever you call them, right? They're probably alcohol agents or something.
Sure, yeah.
And this is incentivization. It's an incentive program.
Yeah, of course.
These guys are probably getting paid, Pennsylvania, 45, 50, 60 grand a year.
I think
Paycheck
60's
to
being,
paycheck.
I think that's being generous at that point.
And if these guys, if they can win a bottle, I'm doing it. Listen, it happens everywhere. Every retail store, I guarantee you guys.
I know.
The owner's taking a couple bottles. If you're on the 3-tier distro system that we're on, the distributor's getting bottles.
But see, this is
the
quote unquote
store's
winning,
bottles,
though.
influencers
That's the thing.
getting
It's a
bottles.
lottery, and so now you're rigging the lottery. And you're not just rigging
That's
the
different
ability.
if you're rigging the lottery, and if they were caught posting winners and adding in their friends and
All
family as
right,
winners, that's
fair.
different.
That's fair.
But I'm just talking about a handful of bottles at the shop before they all go to lottery that my guys can buy at retail.
But see
All
the ones
right.
the ones that were
That's all I'm saying.
the ones that were given away. Well, the ones that were won by the the people that were working for the lottery were part of the lottery, right? They weren't set aside.
Correct.
Well, and I don't,
They were
did say
supposedly
went
won.
into the
Left over.
lottery
Supposedly
too?
won.
They were people. So what it was bottles that were drawn, names were drawn
think
with
that
the
was
ability to
fabricated.
buy them.
I think that was.
And then they're
fabricated.
saying, well, they didn't come and buy them, so now they're open, and I guess we're going to buy them.
I think that they made that up because they didn't want to stick to their guns and say we gave it as an incentive before the lottery. I don't think anyone.
Oh,
Well,
to
yeah,
make up
why would you ever say that? You're in way more
Yeah.
trouble for that.
to make up a story,
right,
Yeah,
because you'd be in
yeah.
more trouble probably up front
Agreed.
than saying, "Oh no, they were just left over, so we just sold them to our own guys."
Yeah, it sounds like a made up story.
All right, I'm going to give you the next news story here.
What do we got?
This is the next news story. This comes out of Inside Hook. They're saying these are the best new whiskeys coming out in August.
Okay, first of all, I am so dreading this because, guys,
I know. That's why I picked it. That's why I picked
I'm
it.
gonna call it some big names here. All right,
Early times.
and I don't know.
Early times 2022.
No, hear me out. I'm talking about news organizations.
Yeah.
When you see a Men's Health top 10 whiskey or like a Forbes
Which
top
happens
10
all the time.
whiskey
All the time.
report, whatever, like all these rando websites, if you just type top whiskeys of 2022, probably the first page of results is a bunch of hot garbage. I get so tilted and angry. when I
actually
see
gonna
these
do that
top
right now.
10s. I'm just like, what the... It's like I get so mad.
I'm going to do that
guys.
right now,
Well-
and
do it.
that'll give us something to kind of talk about.
Well,
You already
that's-
pulled
yeah,
one
yeah,
up. He
yeah.
pulled
God.
one
Oh,
up.
you already did.
already
Oh,
did.
I'm sorry.
That's why we're doing it.
He looked through the results because he already knows there's bottles on there that's
Wrong.
going to put me on.
Wrong. Nope. This came out today. It comes out from Inside Hook. Inside
What
Hook
is
puts out.
Inside Hook?
It's like a blog and
No,
food.
it's not. It's
But wait.
AI
But hang on a
No,
second.
it's
Is
not.
this
They recycle stories over
is
the past
is
5
this
years.
reputable, or is this or is this BS Men's Health?
BS Men's Health.
Okay.
Okay, the best new whiskeys to drink this August. So the first one on our list comes from Few Spirits. So you know FEW, Few Whiskey.
Garbage.
Never heard of them.
Total garbage.
And it's one of your favorite styles of whiskey that's coming out. They're calling it Motor Oil Whiskey, which is put out by the Flaming Lips and Alice in Chains. It's a collaboration.
That sounds
whiskey.
awful. The Flaming Lips and Alice in Chains.
Yep.
Yeah, they were relevant 30 years ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
Alice in Chains. Yeah,
And it's,
really.
and it's to help commemorate the 21st anniversary of the debut album from the indie rock icons Black Rebel Motorcycle Club.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and how is that relevant in the whiskey
Yeah,
world?
that's label. No.
All right.
It's
this
your
is,
fa-
this
this is-
like
this is
all
just
that
when a-
celebrity crap that's
Yes.
out there. This is all
Yes.
that
Yeah,
stupid
no, it-
heavens, all that. I'm not even gonna start naming names, but you guys know the celebrity whiskeys out there. And it
Yeah,
drives
they're
me nuts.
none of them are good.
None of them are good.
Hey, I knew. So just so you know, this blend is finished in rum barrels and vermouth barrels with mesquite smoked wheat whiskey.
Whiskey finished in gin barrels.
How much crap
and
can
rum
we
barrels.
throw crappy whiskey in to make it taste?
Yeah, no, this is like this sounds like you're going to 7-Eleven and getting a suicide and thinking it's gonna taste good.
So it sounds like we need a bottle of this to try on the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. This is like a reaction show.
Remember, there's 5, so that's just one of the 5.
Oh yeah.
Here comes the next one.
Once that was number one.
That was
few.
number 1 was from Few.
garbage.
Here's
Number
another one that you're gonna pull off your shelf.
This looks so.
Stellum. So this is an offering
Mullets.
by Stellum.
No, we don't call them Stellum. We call them mullets.
Oh, mullets because
Spell
it's
it
backwards. This is their Black Equinox.
So that's barrel. So it's like an elevated barrel for our friends out there. Barrel.
Yep, it's a sister brand to Barrel.
Not really distilling, are they? Because they
Barrel craft spirits. They're
craft
blending. They're not
spirits.
distilling.
They're a blend house. Yeah.
So Stellum or mullets they're putting out Black Equinox and Fibonacci.
I like mullets.
So what they're going to be doing is they're doing Black Equinox, where the whiskey blender slowly layered in rare sets of bourbon barrels until the evening of the vernal equinox, when the blend was then completed.
Oh, we waited for the unicorns to dance over the barrels before we started the bottling process.
It
Like,
sounds very.
And then there's their other bottle of Fibonacci, where 6 separate rye blends were combined in accordance with the Fibonacci sequence.
You just think about this. Oh, we took 20 different ryes and blended them all together.
The story is
It's
probably
gonna be-
better than the whiskey.
Yes, Zach hit the nail on the head. The
All right.
story is better than the taste.
But we like mullets. We like Stellum.
Yeah, mullets is pretty
Speaking of a sister, Barrel is putting out one this month called Batch 33, which I'm immediately brought into.
Batch 33 has been out for years.
It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, a marriage of high rye and high corn barrels ranging from 5 to 9-year-old barrels, distilled and aged in Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee, bottled at cask strength.
Percentages, blah, blah, blah.
Saying brown sugar and pineapple on the nose with fruitiness that continues on the palate.
Again, these bloggers take some old ass article of reviewers and they reformulate it and then put it in their own review, or like some robot does it.
No, they basically
This isn't like-
paraphrase
Here you go.
whatever.
Here's
it
another
is.
one
What's
coming
the
out.
next one?
Saxton's River Distilling.
What is that? What is that? Best of August 2022?
Yeah, is this the whiskey
Really?
that like sits like?
So this
at
is
the very
coming out of
bottom of the
Vermont.
shot?
Plastic jug?
Nope. Maybe. It says...
What's
it's
it look like?
Vermont-based distilling led by former automotive, aircraft, and fiber optics engineer. Puts out a vacuum-based distillation process.
What?
Gimmicky,
What?
gimmicky,
Real
gimmicky.
A vacuum-based distillation process? Oh, it sucks. We can suck the distillate
It's-
into the
what,
whisk.
like
It's so vacuumy, it sucks.
Okay, so
we can control the barrel Lamaze. A machine does it really quickly.
basically the what is
like
it? The
faux
barrel sits in a vacuum chamber.
Sealed chamber.
Listen, Distilleries
Doesn't say anything more
are
about that.
spending all of their research and development on us influencers, which we get nothing, and a method to create aged juice without actually having to age it. That's going to be the problem, I think, in the next 10 years. I'm calling it now. We're going to hit an impasse where they're going to come up with a way to age whiskey fake.
So James,
Yeah.
James,
Fake ace.
you know that's
Japanese
funny that
started
you
doing
say
it.
Do it.
But think about it. Think about it. The Balmora, right? 2 double cask aged, right? Remember, like where it was like there was
Gerson
it was a
Brothers.
4-year. It was a 4-year that was
Gerson
double
Brothers.
cask, and it drank like a freaking...
Yeah, they speed up the aging process.
Yeah.
But it's still weird. That's the thing, right?
Well, what Balmora did was, I thought that was great. But this is going to be it's going to be synthetic.
Here's
it's
the thing,
going to be
with
very...
our trained palates and people's trained palates, over the years, you'll forget you'll never learn what a good real whiskey tastes like.
That's not a lie.
And it's going to be that faux, this was in a laboratory, like an impossible whiskey. They're going to call it like Beyond Whiskey or something.
It's like test tube whiskey.
And it sits a month in some vat. And they can sell it, and they're like, well, this tastes like a 10-year whiskey.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, and it's going to be like in quotes. It's going to be like a 25-year whiskey that was done in like 3
months. Because here's what a lot of these companies do. They have young age juice. They have 6-year-old juice, and they say it's 72 months old.
Get out of here.
Oh
my God, like a baby.
Like a baby.
That's like you're like, that's like saying, oh yeah, this is my son. He's 113 months old.
Get out of here.
184 months old.
All right.
And you're like, what is that? Like 5?
I've got number 5 to tell you.
No.
And then there's
I'm already at the top.
I know. But then there's 5 honorable mentions, which I actually think were better than what was on this list.
Really quick, 7-Eleven suicide. Miss Haskins says she loves your cackle.
Yeah, thanks.
But it's got to be an original cackle. It can't be a forced cackle.
Nope, it's got to be original.
Mel Tracker says, did Allison Chain's branded whiskey name it Dirt? Surprised.
Garbage.
Top Feed thinks I won the debate. Thank you very much. And then Sub 2K.
You were very passionate about it.
I don't know what she said. I was very passionate about it because I'm like, come on, man, help your guys out.
Okay,
all
right. Number 5, the Virginia Distillery Company.
What? What Virginia Distilling Company?
I don't even know what that is.
That's what it's called.
I don't know what that is. James, what is that?
And what they write here. No,
it's like saying, in this world famous Kansas Distilling Company.
Hold on. You're going to get even better with this. With American single malt on the precipice of becoming an official whiskey spirit category.
No.
I'm loving this Blue Note, by the way.
Blue Note's magical.
Oh my God. Livingston,
forgot.
Virginia-based distillery, Virginia Distillery Company, comes out with Courage and Conviction Bourbon single cask and Courage and Conviction Sherry single cask.
Courage and Conviction.
Here are the 5 honorable mentions, which I actually think...
Truth or Consequences.
I think that these were better. The Balvenie is coming out with the Balvenie French Oak 16-year. Woodford Reserve is releasing in their annual limited edition Woodford Reserve Batch Proof, which comes in at 118.
It comes out every year.
It's once a year, but it's coming out this month.
Percentages. That's fair.
Old Forester, the 117 series, comes out this month, which is a Whiskey Row series.
Oh, whiskey. Yeah. Which we'll never see.
Gordon and Macphail just released its last cask laid down in the 1940s from Milton Distillery, known as Straththelia. It's a 72-year-old expression Scotch.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we can
So this is like the $5,000 a bottle version?
Another zero.
$72,000.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Heavy tobacco on the nose plus notes of pear, lemon, apple, and nutmeg.
People don't understand. Over the course of more time, it just absorbs more oak and wood.
It doesn't get better.
Rancio. It doesn't technically.
No,
get
what was
better.
what was the bottle of whiskey that we had that was like from the '60s that we had a long time ago?
I've still got it.
Dude,
It
was a lot.
It tasted like whiskey.
Yeah, it's like old whiskey, but it's not like
not
magical. But it was good.
Yeah, there's nothing that tastes $72,000
But that
good.
price point, I can't pay that.
Here you go.
No, if you have more money than you have,
you're gonna love this release.
What do you got?
Comes from MF Libations.
oh wow,
MF Libations is the brainchild of celebrity couple Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Hillary Burton Morgan, also of Mischief Farm.
Who are they?
I have no idea.
Celebrity who?
They're known for making
F-list?
they're known for making blackberry gin.
Never heard of them.
But they're coming out with
where?
Bonfire Smoky Rye Whiskey, a
Okay.
2-year-old smoky rye infused with lapsang tea.
Okay.
Probably decent in a mixed drink.
Maybe.
But they're not. You can't put that on a list of top 5, top 10 whiskeys to drink in August 22. Like, come on, you got to stick to the. I almost want you to pull up another list. I'm digging this because I love to just.
Are you having fun with this?
Dumb.
I didn't know.
See, like a
here's one that just came out. You're gonna love this. This is coming in from the Whiskey Wash, which is actually
we have to credit all these people.
Yeah,
by
that's
the way,
the Whiskey Wash just put this out.
All right.
Nino Marchetti just put this out. Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft's 15-year
video game whiskey
Why?
has just put out an official bourbon.
Oh my god!
The Assassin's Creed straight bourbon from classic franchise Assassin's Creed.
Is this like when Game of Thrones came out with beer?
Oh yeah, why don't we talk about that? Shout out to all the flippers that bought all that Game of Thrones garbage whiskey, and now they're stuck with a whole bunker of bottles. Good luck flipping those for more.
Yeah, thanks Season 8. Free Folk got it right. Although I did read a great Free Folk post the other day that said, "We have become exactly what we fought against. We're nothing but a bunch of zombies. I hate this place."
Yeah, it's where we just post memes to get upvotes.
Did you saw it? Yeah. Oh god, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. Shout out to everybody who's on Reddit and Free Folk. That was awesome. All right, so this is an interesting one. This comes from Food and Wine magazine, so that's pretty.
Okay, a little bit
Food
more
and Wine.
reputable, even though you can buy the award.
So it says how to store high-end whiskey.
No. Can go to their top. Go to another rankings list, please. Do a Google search for top whiskeys, and then do a sort by year.
Oh god!
And then
All
look
right.
over the past year of trash. And we got to call it the website. And I want to hear. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's probably some really good reputable lists out there.
Okay, the Global Spirits Master reveals the 2022 top American whiskeys from Forbes magazine.
That's
All right,
This is going to be a lot of.
Why is the first picture?
Wow, Weller 12?
Weller 12.
Can tilt it down a little bit.
It's Weller 12.
Wow.
Oh god. Here we
Talk
go.
about bought ratings. Okay, what's
All right.
number one?
All right, here we go. Nelta Keeley, editor of the Spirits Business and chair of the Global Spirits Managers Tastings, have noted there are some exceptionally made whiskeys in this year's tasting, demonstrating exactly what American whiskey continues to grow in the consumer's marketplace.
Weller 12 is not my favorite Weller, by the way.
Weller
It's
12
one of the
is
worst.
Yeah, I think
Wellers.
Antique 107.
The
is much better.
top-ranked American whiskey winning both award for Master and Taste Master was Weller 12.
That's insanity.
There's no
what
way, no
year
way.
and what world are they living in?
2022 is where they are.
Well, big fat check.
Oh my
big fat
God.
check.
Name of
A
the
big
award?
check went to Forbes, obviously.
Oh my God.
Forbes must have got 100.
5 different panels of different whiskey experts evaluated hundreds of whiskeys to narrow it down to this top 6. And the top-rated whiskey was Weller 12, a perennial winner in whiskey competitions, provided you can find it. Weller also took the Master Award for CYPB.
CYPB is
thank you.
middle of the road. Not good, not great. First, let me get to the chat really quick here.
Sure.
Rico has joined us.
What up, Rico?
Hey, Rico Suave.
Go. And we also have Bruzy, so welcome.
Hey, Bruzy, welcome.
James,
Here's the thing.
James, you want some nuts?
I'm good on nuts right now.
We
'cause
get a
I'm
whole
not-
pile of nuts.
I'm
for you
going
if you
nuts
like.
with these reviews.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I'll put some nuts in my mouth.
Bruzy says he likes Special Reserve over 12. Hands down, yes.
It's the best.
If I
Special
had to
Reserve is
drink a
the
Weller,
best.
Cost to taste value.
So good. Green Label
So
all
for
day.
value,
All day.
I could do SR all day long.
Fact.
$20, $30 a bottle. They used to be shelf turds, but now people just see Weller and they're like,
Yeah, buy it
lose their
automatically.
minds and it's gone.
All right, here you go.
What do you got?
Next, taking Master Award for Wild Turkey's Russell Reserve Rye 6-year-old
It's so bad.
and Russell's Reserve Single Barrel Rye.
It's so bad. The Russell Reserve's rye is so bad. Again, it's one person's opinions versus ratings. Friends in the chat.
Or money that's going
The
to Forbes.
point of this conversation is take these reviews with a grain of salt.
big grain of salt.
I hope that you come and watch our show, our reviews. We have 3 unbiased reviews here.
Oh, we'll tell you what we really think.
We vary a lot. I think we have a very good difference
Yeah.
in tastes here on the show. There's a lot of shows out there. I'm not naming names.
Oh, if you watched our review of the 16-year Calumet last week, we said it was gross.
And
thank you, Ken. Shout out to Ken.
Shout out to Ken.
But it was gross.
Bottle. Yeah, and it was like one
What
of the
did Ken
highest
say?
bottles of
Did
this.
you like it?
It's his favorite bourbon of the year,
Really? You did not like it.
and we hated it.
And what did I say? What was my first word? What was my first sentence?
If you watched our promo video this week, it was ashtray water.
Wow.
All right, and
All right, hold on. Bruzies wants to put. Here's his order of what he enjoys.
Okay.
This is what I'm guessing, Bruzy, what you're putting here. 107, number 1.
Okay.
Full proof, CYPB, special reserve, and then 12. I'm going to say, really quick, full proof is my number 1 out of the Wellers. I flippin' love full proof.
Oh, dude. Tastes like freaking butter.
Then I will say 107, then I'm CYPB, then I'm special reserve, and then I'm 12.
Special
DJ
reserve.
Zach, would you
Special
guys like to
reserve.
give your order?
107. Full proof. I haven't had CYPB, so then I'll throw.
Oh.
Then I'll throw in
Gotta get
12.
you some
Yeah, I haven't had
CYPB.
CYPB either.
Yeah, and I don't have
I mean,
a bottle.
that
Otherwise
one's-
we'd
that
break
one's
it
rare,
open. I've
super
had it at
rare.
a share. I don't have a bottle. I'm surprised we don't have all the Wellers.
Hashtag something to do.
Yeah, we'll have to dig them up.
All right, number 4. One you have on the floor back here. It's not even on the shelf. It's on the floor. And this is number 4.
Early times.
Remus Repeal Reserve.
Really?
The blend of the different years.
Nope, straight bourbon series 1.
So that's the George Remus bottle. No, Series 1 is the big deal bottle.
Remus Repeal Reserve straight bourbon series 1.
Those are good. Those are solid.
It says it's a blend of 3 different
Yes.
bourbons and mash bills.
Yep. I won't argue with that. What's next? What's on the list?
The top craft producer to win a Master Award was Distillery 291 for its Colorado whiskey
Can we
finished
get over this
with aspen
291
wood
crap?
staves.
They just sit there. You go to the 291's website. It's like, how many made-up awards, or how many awards can we just pay for and then put all over our bottle? This is that bottle. I want to pull up on the show where they put those stickers of everything they won on the bottle, so it looks
No.
really obnoxious.
Just say I'm important.
It looks like
Hey,
a what do they call it? A banana economy or a
No, look at this is their bottle. Here, we're gonna go to. I'm gonna show these guys here. Hold on.
Oh my
this is
goodness.
their
That was
bottle.
stupid. For real.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let me see if I can
Yeah,
show
that's like
our
putting like your
friends.
certifications on your freaking car.
Yeah.
How funny.
Wow.
We have a
Hey
new
guys,
system,
I
guys, so
won
I can't
this.
do like a
Hey guys,
picture in
I won
picture.
that.
I do apologize. Let me see if I can.
Oh, Weller also took home a Master Award for CYPB.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
James, is it good? You said what was it? Full proof, the best, right? Antique.
I love Full Proof, man.
Antique. Well,
It's so
we
good.
had that one time
Oh.
in Reno.
All right, last one, and then we're gonna go because it's getting long in the tooth here.
Yeah.
This is from Uprocks. Now, this is an AI-based
Yeah, but again, I
news
don't know if I'm
story.
trusting Uprocks to my whiskey reviews.
No, definitely not. This is, I'm telling you, AI-based, right?
What's the date? Put a date on it so we know like when this article was.
July 29th, 2022.
Oh, so
Within a week.
Yeah, this is those AI robots republishing articles from like
Nope.
5 years
According
ago.
to this, it was listed by Zach Johnston,
Sounds
and
like a
he
pseudonym.
was recently at the Whiskey Live USA event, which has seen a 3-year hiatus. And so he's calling out the 10 exceptional whiskeys he had in this order.
Okay, well, this is one guy's opinion.
One guy's opinion.
Okay.
Zach Johnson.
Number
Zach's namesake, Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson. What's
number
Johnson?
10, Balcones Lineage Texas
Balcones.
Single Malt.
Never heard
All
of it.
right, it's polarizing out of Texas. It's
I haven't had one I like.
yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Virginia Distillery Company.
Yeah!
Courage and Conviction.
Virginia,
Cuvée.
Virginia Distilling. If you're watching the show and you're like, oh, I want to watch this idiot badmouth us, send us a bottle.
No, they're
and
saying
prove us wrong.
average price of this bottle is $150 a bottle.
Never
Holy moly.
Under in a million years.
I've
so
never
much
actually
money.
seen that on the shelf.
Hold
Virginia
on. Are they
Distilling.
sourcing or are they distilling at Virginia Distillery?
It's 100% malted barley.
If that's sourced and you're paying $150 is a joke.
Doesn't say.
These distilleries are trying to get away with that, guys. Do not buy Do not buy the hype. Don't buy rabbit hair. I know all you guys out there are like, oh, the Playboy Bunny bottle, blah, blah, blah. Hair, whatever the hell it was. It was a 15-year, and it was like $500. Don't buy this crap. Don't buy it. Guys, we will show you on this show. Watch our past shows. Values under $100. The Paycheck Fridays, I can only afford one bottle on my paycheck crew. Watch our shows.
Yeah.
Do not succumb to spending money on a bottle like that.
All right, you ready?
Please go on.
Number 8, Bardstown Bourbon Fusion Series number 7.
See, I like the Bardstown Fusions, and I think that is lower than what it should be.
Number 7.
In a unique...
Barrel Dovetail.
Yeah, Barrel Dovetail's...
I would agree with that.
I like Barrel Dovetail.
This is a weird one. Old Pulteney, 18.
Ooh. Oh, so they threw a Scotch in there.
Highland Single Malt Scotch.
Okay, that's...
Oh, God. At number 5, the George Dickel and Leopold Brothers collaboration blend.
Wow. That's like the $200 bottle of Dickel that's out there?
It's $120. But why did they make another one? God damn it, they have so many.
Come on, Dickel. Come on.
Oh, my God.
$120 Dickel.
Hold on.
That's about
I'm really interested in this.
That's $120 worth of
It's a blend built from 4-year-old rye made in Denver at Leopold's. The mash bill is 80% a Bruzy rye, 20% Leopold floor malt, blended with Dickel's unreleased new column still rye, which is a 95% rye cut with 5% malted barley.
You know what's funny? Like we've never had the Dickel rye.
Ugh, there's a reason.
But there's a bottle there. There's a bottle sitting back
There's
there.
another
I'm
one
curious about
from that last New August that you're going to be pissed about. Gordon and Macphail, 1994 single malt Scotch, $216 a bottle.
So some of those independent, we'll call them bottling houses. I'm sure there's probably another name for them. But these people that just buy like secondhand swill from these companies, more power to them. These guys are trying to make it affordable to get an off-year barrel that some master distiller doesn't like. Like, hey, this is to be 18-year Glenmorangie, but it's not cutting the mustard, or it's aged for 20 years and we can't put it in 18. Sell it to Gordon and Macphail, and then they rebottle it. It's like Alexander Murray or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
all right, number 3, also
I'm okay
Scotch,
with that.
Benramac, 1978.
I don't really want to... Can we not talk Scotches? Because I don't have enough knowledge to
Number
really...
2, Bellmead Single Barrel.
Bellmead Single Barrel.
For $768 a bottle.
Woo!
I don't know where they're getting that price
It's the
from.
deal of the century.
Bellmead is not that good. It's not worth whatever they think that price is, and I think they pulled it out of their ass.
And number 1, according to him, was the Michter's 20.
Okay. The number
For
one
$6,000 bottle.
is the
Holy moly.
The Eagle Very Rare. I mean, come on, you're picking a bottle that nobody will be able to get a hold of.
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd pick.
99% of the population.
That sounds like something
will
you'd
never
pick.
get Michter's 20.
You're like Michter's 20 all-time
Well,
best.
and
$1,000 MSRP bottle that flips retails for $4 to $10 grand.
well,
No one's getting that.
and that entire the 1% that does get that, they don't actually drink it.
Yeah, or they drink it and they don't give a shit. They just drink it.
Yeah,
because
mix
it's a
it
name,
with Mountain Dew.
Status symbol. Yeah, they fucking blend it in a daiquiri. Like,
Yeah, no, put it in. Do a little bourbon and squirt.
Okay.
yeah, they blend
Okay.
it or Mountain Dew.
Yum
I'm
yum.
Mountain Dew and Michter's 20.
Yeah, you gotta kill
I'm
that,
gonna
kill
call
that,
it.
kill that bourbon taste.
If we could get like a, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna call
if
it.
we want to blow up our socials, we'll crack open a Michter's 20 and do like a Mountain Dew.
I'm going to talk to you offline.
50.
I'm going to talk to you offline what we're going to do. I think that's over. So
We're done. For the Barrel Buddies, I'm James. Guys, thanks for listening to my rant, by the way. Really quick, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. A lot
Thanks
of you
for
hung
hanging.
out in the after show.
we'll make
For
this
those that
available
rewatch
separate.
it later, thanks for shooting the breeze. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of my opinionated rants, and I usually try not to do that during the show, but you guys need to know. I want to show our viewers that you don't listen to everything you read on the internet, right? Like,
Listen to James.
guys,
Yeah, listen
it's
to James.
So frustrating because as a hobbyist, I consider myself a hobbyist. I don't think we're professionals in any regard.
Wrong. We get paid to do this, and we are professionals.
Okay, if you considered paid like 5 cents a day, sure.
It's more than 5 cents a day.
I can't. I almost have to put my phone down some mornings. I'll get like whiskey updates. I follow some newsletters.
We're making like $1 a day.
I get so mad at some of these top 5 must-haves.
You
top
don't
must-haves.
say. All right. For the Barrel Buddies.
I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ. Thanks for watching.
Hello.
We'll see you next week.